Hey everyone, Josh here with Fit Adventure bringing you a side quest. Today's video is going to be on weight fluctuation. So what exactly is weight fluctuation anyway? Well, basically what I mean by weight fluctuation is I'm talking about your weight varying on a scale depending on what time you weigh yourself and how many times you weigh yourself during a day. So for example, let's say you got up in the morning, let's say 8 o'clock in the morning, and you get on a scale after only drinking one 8-ounce glass of water and having nothing to eat yet, you're naturally going to weigh less than if you weighed yourself at noon and ate a big breakfast and a big lunch beforehand and then weighed yourself. That's a very basic understanding of what weight fluctuation is. Obviously other things pertain to weight fluctuation as well, such as sodium intake, right? The amount of sodium you put in your body can really cause you to fluctuate weight. So the idea behind this is the less sodium you have in your body, the less water is going to be retained by that sodium, therefore the less amount of weight that you're going to have when you do a weigh-in. So today I want to make this video just giving you a basic understanding of weight fluctuation and giving you my tips on how I weigh myself every week, and just giving that to you so in case you're starting a fit adventure journey of your own or maybe you're thinking about it, I want you to not be discouraged based on what you see on the scale, because that number could be, misleading at times. Now the reason this number is misleading on the scale is because of a couple different things. You have, of course, as I just mentioned, your salt intake can cause your weight to fluctuate depending on how much sodium you actually put into your body. Processed foods, by the way, have a lot of sodium. Another thing that can cause weight fluctuation, of course, kind of coinciding with the sodium intake, is water retention. The more water you have in your body, the more water that you're holding on you, obviously the more greater of a number you're going to see on this scale. Another thing that could possibly be causing this is, as far as weight fluctuation is concerned, is hormonal changes or hormonal imbalances within the body. Whether you're stressed out or you have some other things going on where your hormones are in a constant state of flux, or your hormones are constantly causing you to hold weight, these things can really affect the way the number reads on your scale. Now, also I would imagine some of you are using electric scales. I'm assuming not all of us have the balance scales that doctors' offices and some gyms have. If you're using an electric scale, that's just fine. That's what I'm using. However, just keep in mind, those scales are not the most accurate piece of equipment in the world. In fact, I actually did some research, and some of those electric scales, if you have them in a cold temperature, if you live in a northern climate like I do during the winter time, and they reach something like, I think it was 30 degrees, they're actually going to misread the amount of pounds that you weigh by 1 to 2 pounds. I know it doesn't seem like a very drastic difference at times, but it could be, especially for those of you who are just starting and really looking to see some possible results and might see a greater gain than what you started out with just based on the scale you're using and those kind of things. So does this all mean, when you look at the number on a scale, is that an increase in body fat? Absolutely not. Of course, it could be the exact opposite. So in my example I just gave earlier, where you weigh yourself in the morning on an empty stomach, weigh yourself in the afternoon on a full stomach, naturally you're going to weigh different based on the amount of food that you have. But the idea here, did I gain any body fat during that time? Between weigh-in 1 and weigh-in 2, let's say my weight fluctuated 5 pounds, I'm 5 pounds heavier. Did I technically gain 5 pounds of fat? Absolutely not. If I worked out in the morning, before my morning weigh-in, or even between the two weigh-ins, and I ate my meals, and they were clean meals, and then I weighed myself in the afternoon, I'm still 5 pounds heavier, that's just naturally your body fluctuating its weight. It's not the amount of fat. I probably lost weight during that time, technically lost body fat at least, but it's not going to reflect that on the scale. So really the best scale that you could possibly use, in my opinion, is your eyes. Because your eyes, though they do deceive you with certain things, when it comes to losing weight and seeing a difference in your body, you know your body better than anyone else. So your eyes are probably your best scale for seeing how much weight you're losing. And here's an example. When you look in the mirror, and you don't have a shirt on, or however it is that you like to look at yourself in the mirror, you will notice differences in your body eventually if you continue to eat right and exercise. You'll see yourself becoming more toned, you'll start seeing definition, or maybe your shoulders get rounder, or maybe there's something, different that you notice. That's really a good indication to you on what you're doing is working for you. Now, obviously, if you're not seeing any changes, you could still be doing the right things. Everyone's different, so do some research on that. However, you should be seeing some changes within a month or two. Subtle changes, of course, but changes nonetheless. Everyone's different, though, so you know yourself more than I do. Really, another good indication of how much you weigh, or at least if you're losing weight, is going to be your clothes fitting you better. If you think about it, if you have a shirt that might just be a little tight right now, next time you put it on after maybe a week or two of, doing good exercise and eating correctly, maybe that shirt's going to fit you a little bit better. Maybe it's like the perfect fit. Now, that's a good way to tell if you're doing the right thing and losing weight. Another example of this, and it's something I did when I was first losing weight, is I would buy a pair of jeans. It doesn't have to be an expensive pair, just buy any kind of pair of jeans or pants, and buy them a size that you know is one size too small, right? And then try them on. And maybe the first time they only go up halfway up your thigh, and then they stop because they're too tight and they might get ruined or whatever if you pull them too hard. And then give yourself a month. Work out, eat right for a month. Try them on again. Maybe now they get up to your waist, but they don't button, or maybe it's a one of those buttons where when you button it, it's a lot of tension, bad things are bound to happen kind of thing. Now give yourself another month, and then try them on again, and then maybe they fit just right. So within that 3 months you're losing weight, but let's say during that amount of time you have those pair of jeans and you try that strategy, and you don't see that number on the scale changing, but you see the pants are fitting better. Are you really going to feel bad about the number on the scale? Do you really think that that's going to be an indication as to what your hard work is and exactly what shape you're in? No, it's all about how you feel. This is your journey. It's about your health, the way you feel, and that number on the scale is not really reflective of that as long as you know yourself are doing the right things for you and you feel good about it. That about wraps it up for me, guys. This video probably went out a little too longer than what I wanted it to, but that's okay. So please check out the description box below. Please visit my site, fitadventure.net. The link is below as well. Doing my blog thing in there. You can definitely follow me through that. Also, follow me on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Send me a couple messages if you want with questions. I'll try to provide answers. Also, comment below if there's something I'm missing or some kind of feedback you have for me that maybe I should include in my videos, or maybe you want to discuss. Please go ahead and do that as well. Again, thanks for following me, guys. Hit subscribe, hit the like button, share this thing all the way around, and have yourself a fit day.